The incredible story of wild children. Oksana Malaya, the dog child. We are in Ukraine in the 1980s. Oksana is just 3 years old when she is left outside in the cold by her alcoholic parents. In search of warmth, she takes refuge in the family's kennel with her dog named Nada. For 5 years, this makeshift shelter will be her home, and the neighborhood dogs will be her true family.
They would bark, and I would repeat it. That was our way of communication.
They share their food with her, which she supplements with scraps she manages to gather from the house. Her human contact during all these years is very limited. No one comes to look for her or claim her. In 1991, a neighbor notifies the authorities. The police arrive, but have difficulty retrieving the little girl. The dogs were so protective that it was almost impossible to approach Oksana. She is 8 years old when she is transferred to a home for mentally disabled children. Oksana cannot speak and behaves like a dog. She crawls on all fours, barks, sleeps, eats, and takes care of her hygiene like them. For years, she undergoes specialized therapy to relearn how to live and behave as a human being. When she is 22 years old, experts assess her mental age. The result? It corresponds to that of a 6-year-old child. As an adult today, she can speak properly, has a boyfriend, and works on a farm. However, she still exhibits certain dog-like behaviors, such as hiding objects. According to doctors, it's unlikely that she will fully catch up on the human skills that she missed during her childhood. Marie-Angelique Leblanc, the wild girl. Let's head to North America. Marie-Angelique Leblanc is born around 1712 in the Native American tribe of the Fox. Her people are decimated by the French, and she is taken in by a noblewoman living in Quebec. When she is 7 years old, the family leaves the country and arrives in Marseille during a plague epidemic. She is entrusted to a silk merchant who mistreats her and likely violates her. To survive, she decides to escape with a young slave girl from Ethiopia. For 10 years, the two little girls will survive in the wild in a forest in northern France. They hunt and eat their prey raw. She is found in 1731 at the age of 19. In the Sangui forest in Marne, dark-skinned, with long hair and claws. She drinks water on all fours like an animal. She is entrusted to nuns who teach her how to read, write, and speak, which is exceptional for a wild child. Protected by royalty, she travels to various French courts and receives a pension until her death in 1775. Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja, the wolf child. He is born in 1946 into a poor family in Andalusia, Spain, who mistreats him. After his mother's death, he is sold at the age of 6 or 7 by his father to a shepherd. Perched in the Andalusian mountains, the shepherd teaches him how to tend goats, make fire, trap hares, and provides him with food. But one day, the old man stops coming, probably taken away by death. Alone, lost in the mountains. To survive, he observes the behavior of animals and imitates them. Then one day he encounters wolves after taking refuge in a den. The she-wolf growls at him, but does not attack, and she even gives him a piece of meat. He grows up with the wolf pack, hunting, eating, moving, and howling like the wolves. All of this goes on for 12 years. At the age of 19, he is reported to the authorities, who bring him back to civilization. He struggles and even bites people. His reintegration is difficult. He goes through odd jobs, gets robbed, or exploited by people who take advantage of his lack of understanding of the human world. He spends the rest of his life trying to understand a society that he doesn't comprehend and that rejects him. He summed it up to The Guardian. "For most of my life, I have had very bad experiences among humans.